ונתחזק ועד עמנו ובאדורי אלוקינו ונתחזק בידנו ולמען הרי אלוקינו I said shalom Ebrahim Yaseh shalom Aleinu Yachad
כל כך הרבה אנשים ברחבי העולם פעלו, אם זה בארץ, ממשל בארץ, כן כמו בארצות הברית, להפעיל לחץ.
Well, first of all, Gilad asked to thank everybody who's in the conference and everyone who's here for the efforts that were made for his release. And here in the United States and all over the world, so many people that worked tirelessly to get his release from jail. Well, the first question was how do you feel six years after? And he said that especially being here in New York and having the New York experience, he said, Gilad answered that he almost forgot about this. So apparently the New York experience, this is what I'm adding, is a very strong one. And the other question is the Miami Heat, and the answer was that it was of course amazing to watch them taking the championship. Yeah, maybe two more questions.
What do you want to do in the next 6 years? מה אתה רוצה לעשות בשש שנים שבאים? מה התקוות שלך?
מקווה למצוא את עצמי בחיים, זה עבודה, ללמוד איזה מקצוע, עבודה מסודרת, כמו כל אדם נמצא.
What did you do during these years you were captured to keep up your spirit? Did you remember poems, songs, whatever? What was it?
ניסיתי להיות כמה שיותר פעיל, להפעיל את הגוף, את הראש, כל האמצעים שהיו באמצעות אפשרות.
Try to stay as active as possible in thinking, trying to work on himself to keep up the spirit in order to survive that. Maybe last question.
Gilad, I want you to know thousands of us around the world were praying for you every day and still pray for you. And so thank you for being here. Thank you for doing all you're doing. Thank you for serving the Jewish people in Israel. When you were in captivity, did you know that people were campaigning on your behalf of what your father and mother were doing at the tent, what the Jewish organizations around the world were doing?
כן, אני שמעתי קצת דרך התייחסו קצת לתקשורת. זה בעיקר בטלוויזיות, בתקשורת הערבית ובארץ ובעולם. בארץ, בדרך הרדיו. שמעתי קצת, כמובן כמה שאפשר לשמוע.
Well, mainly his information that he got, what his parents did for him, that millions of people were praying, it was mainly from news wires, from news channels, through radio and television that he was exposed to. Okay, thank you.
First of all, we have to thank you. First, to help us fulfill what is probably the most important mitzvah a Jew can do, and that's Pidyon Shvuim, to redeem a captive. But the truth is, you are not the captive. It was your captors who were the captives. They were captives of hate, blind hate. Their action did not advance their people, and to subject you because you were an Israeli, a Jew, and a Jewish soldier extracted from them much more. You paid the price, but the price for all of Klal Yisrael, for all of Israel, for all of the Jewish people. So we thank you for that, and we thank you for bringing Achdut, unity, to the Jewish people. You became everybody's son, everybody's brother, everybody's grandson. People worked day and night. You saw just a small sampling of all the things that were done, sometimes very creative, and in an attempt to get the coverage that over 5 years is hard to sustain. But you certainly created a unity amongst Jews between Israel and Chutz La'aretz and the diaspora, but also within all of us, that we all work together for many years. I hope that in the years to come, you will forget this anniversary as well. That your life will be full, and that you will have many joys and many accomplishments that will put this all behind you. But to know how much of a difference it made. Yitro warned the Jewish people, Baruch Hashem Asher Hitzil Etchem. He reminded them that we have to thank God for the things, for them being saved at Kriyat Yamsuf, at other places, things we tend to take for granted. You reminded us that we cannot take for granted neither the state of Israel nor those who serve the state as the Chayalim who stand on the front line defending the state and defending the Jewish people. So for you, we are deeply grateful. I wanted to show you one book. These were letters to Gilad that many of the people here helped. There were tens of thousands of people. You have to write each and every one of them. Thank them for their letters.
Whatever language they
Personally, I think that they come from every part of the world, every Jews and non-Jews alike. We'll test you on this later to see if everybody got the letter from you. Okay?
Yeah.
His hand's already tired, he said. And then we have for you a little gift. This is Pirkei Avot, which now that you're running around to the various teams, you'll have a chance to sit and read. But it has important messages, but it also explains the special kesher, the special bond that people here who didn't know you before, are not related to you directly, except through the bloodlines of the Jewish people, that you could be brought together because of the values that are in here, and because of the lessons that we learn through all the generations. When one Jew is captive, every Jew is a captive. And your freedom is our freedom. So we hope that this will be a lasting reminder. We also hope you will have a better choice in the teams that you back, but we can talk about that separately. But this is a matana.
שלום לכולם ותודה לכל האנשים שתמכו ועזרו לי בוועידת הנשיאים.
Great.